I took several deep breaths once my nerves had settled. I stepped into Monokuma Rock. Not much of a crew left, is it? And all the people on the outside died, that's funny. Aye. The elevator shook violently as it descended to an ever-increasing speed.
Hey.
When we're in a normal elevator that shakes this bad, it reminds me of how efficient the elevator in the funhouse was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. The elevator continued to shake. The eyes have it. Just walked behind Nagito. And descended deeper and deeper. And suddenly, it stopped like it always does. And the door opened. I understand your desire to applaud this wonderfully vulgar trial ground. But it's so exhausting to discuss useless things, so let's just get on with it already. So sad, my chest hurts. What chest? Forcing everyone to do this is sad.
Hey,
don't go talking without my permission after I've said my catchphrases.
now I'm really angry.
Otherwise, I'll roll a dice, and based on the result, I'll give you a sex change operation that many times. Oh. I got a dice right here, let's do it. 4. Male, female, male, female. Nice. What an extreme punishment.
Now then.
Let's get on with it once again. Let's get a move on it, boys and girls. And so it begins. I hope this would never happen again, and now it's happening for the 4th time. The curtain to the 4th class trial was about to open. Nekomaru Nida, the ultimate team manager. He was more passionate, more daring, and more honest than anyone I'd ever met. Truly, he was more man than any of us. Especially the women. So, he sacrificed his body to protect Akane, and his appearance changed drastically because of that. And that was the stupidest thing he could have fucking did. Why is it? Never mind. I'll just go. But he still tried to live earnestly. And just when I finally got used to his new form, Hermes, Nekomaru's killer, including the people who have already died apparently, is one of us. Killing someone because it's the only way to survive is no excuse. I won't let this be excused. I won't forgive this. The person who betrayed Nekomaru, who betrayed their friends, I will never ever forgive them. And so, the life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Oh, hermaphrodite. Okay, my bad. Alright, guys. Let's get her done. We'll go over the clues again. God damn, look at all those skill points I got from the better gifts. I wish I'd been doing that the entire game. Oh, speaking of which, I need to buy more skills. I only got 9 points. That's okay, I think the one I needed was 8. Focus gauge decreases at a slower rate. That's pretty good. Increased bullet capacity. Allows you to lock onto 2 statements at once. That's actually pretty good. Easier to shift mood to your favor. Increase sharpness by 5. That would be really nice too. But I need to get that one that's 7, so... Yeah, Pego did it. Well, what about Pego? Alright, guys. I'm gonna go over all the clues, and then you guys can make predictions on who murdered Nekomaru. Alright, so here we go. It's the Monokuma file. The victim is Nekomaru Nida, aka Mekamaru, after his robotic transformation. His body was discovered in Grape Tower, which is inside the funhouse. His head is severely damaged and beyond repair, so that shall be considered the cause of death. Despite the fact that his arms and legs are dismantled, these limbs were actually designed to be detachable. And it seems they got separated due to a severe impact. Aside from that, several other areas of the body are damaged. Because of this, many of his functions seem to have shut down. Alright, Animal's going with Nagito. Yeah, you know what's weird? He kind of, you remember the last case when they had like the Dorothy type thing? He kind of is the Tin Man now, huh? So that might have been like the third murder. Because you can only do 2 before, you remember that? The lion was, Tomoko, and the scarecrow was... I forget her name. Ibuki. But I don't know. Bunny's going with Nagito. Okay. Nekomaru's body and left leg were tied with a metal wire. The tip of that wire was also tied in a loop. A button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. When this button is pressed, all of Nekomaru's functions cease and he is forced to enter sleep mode. Oil that was flowing out of Nekomaru's body. The majority of it came from his fatal head wound. One of the pillars on the sides of the door was tipped over. The damaged area of the pillar was also stained. It was so heavy that even 2 people couldn't budge it. Oh, what about Hiyoko? Oh, my bad, yeah. Maybe I meant to say her. An enormous hammer found on the floor of the tower. It was completely clean, almost as if it was brand new. Justice hammer! Just kidding. A chain was wrapped around the handles of the door at the back of Grape Tower. For some reason, the killer was able to enter the tower from the Strawberry Hall. Apparently, Akane heard a rumbling noise at about 5:30 a.m. A lot of small pieces of stone were scattered underneath Nekomaru's body. However, there were no fragments on the top of his body. Apparently, Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru walking towards the first floor of the Strawberry House at 5 a.m. At 5:30 a.m., the alarm of the wall clock in the lounge in the Strawberry Hall's second floor started going off. Fuyuhiko was at the lounge by coincidence and managed to stop the alarm, but Kazuichi and Gundam rushed to the lounge after being alerted by the sound. However, Nagito was apparently the only one who didn't hear it. The contact elevator used to move between both houses was broken and no longer worked. It was apparently broken at the Grape House side, so the last person to use it would have arrived at Grape House. The button in Strawberry Hall that opens the door leading to the tower was broken. Nagito was supposed to be at Strawberry House, but he suddenly appeared at Grape House via some unknown method. The contact elevator should have been broken. Apparently, the compass's needle spun 180 degrees while it was inside the contact elevator. Nekomaru used this alarm clock to recover from sleep mode. The clock's arms and stopped at about 7:30, and the alarm was set to 7:30 as well. Is it like, is she playing a porno game? The clock in Nekomaru's chest received radio waves at fixed intervals and automatically adjusts itself if its time is off. Basically, it's an amazingly precise clock that can't be tampered with, not even to set the time. A doorknob found under the tipped-over pillar. The screws at the base are pulled out, and there are some scratch marks on the doorknob itself. One of the doorknobs from the far back door of the Strawberry House was missing, so the doorknob was originally attached to that door. Regardless of whether you entered the tower from Grape Hall or Strawberry Hall, the placement of Nekomaru's body, the tipped-over pillar, the oil stains, and even the disassembled parts Kazuichi arranged looked exactly the same. Alright guys, last chance to guess. Who do you think killed Nekomaru? You got 30 seconds. No one is pure and good. Arnold's going with Kazuichi. Anyone else? I never got your guess, Linky. What was it? Alright, Kazuichi. Alright, anyone else? I'm about to start the case. My personal guess? Nekomaru killed himself, whether accidentally or not. That's what I think. Yeah, we'll see. Class trial!
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Yeah, I'm not entirely getting the room thing yet, Manimal, but kind of weird.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Yeah, you're right.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment.
Did you see the nurse cross, Linky?
The wrong person! I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu!
Oh boy. How do you feel about this, Vanilla Bunny?
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me.
Too bad, once again, you'll be entirely useless like you are for every other case.
I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Yeah, I don't even know what bunny tastes like. Or, that sounds horrible. You know what I mean.
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
You tell him, Mr.
We weren't
Side.
able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
Eclipse. The thing about California is so, like, how do I say this? Democratic, liberal, that the thought of hunting in California, even though you can do it in some places, it's a gigantic fucking no-no, so they basically banned hunting everywhere, and even if there was hunting, I've never held a gun, like with the purposes of killing anything before. Well, I take that back. I did hold a BB gun once and tried to shoot a crow, but you know, I was a kid, so...
I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
What? What the fuck happened here? Hajime getting it on with Miss Sonia and Chiaki.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Hey, she admitted to not being a virgin.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
Oh my god.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
Oh yeah.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
You know what's funny? Out of all the things that Staunch the Flow could have requested, I never in a million years would have thought Mermaid Room. So that's pretty interesting.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
It's making me wonder if you had a mermaid fetish, what would you do in a mermaid fetish like dream? Would you be like the netter or the mean fisherman? Be like, oh no, I'm in a net. It's like, that's right, bitch. I got your seashell bikini. Oh no, I'll just use my hair to cover my boobs now. Like, whatever.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
No, I haven't actually. Should I?
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand.
I know the last case.
Well, the weapon is obvious, right? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably...
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating! The weapon is decided!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
No, that's wrong!
You tell him, Hajime.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not?
Is that a
Why
boob?
can't you accept it?
Is that a booby movie, Manimal?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right?
Surprise beating.
If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
Oh, bro, Tom Hanks was in it. Boobs everywhere. Lots and lots of boobs, and totally not a feel-good story about just your average guy who happens to be friends with fucking everybody, achieving something that's impossible through the power of goodness.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Suspicious, I would have discarded the hammer.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys.
You pulling a
I
Nagito?
thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Baby gangsta.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Which is like 80% of most of the trials. So.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon has oil on it, but it's something at the crime scene. But if it's something that had oil on it at the crime scene, the broken pillar.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Yeah.
Why?
Quite deductive.
Tried to move it, right?
Kane's enjoying that a little too much there, don't you think? Even Hajime's like, what the fuck is she doing? I guess she's in the grapes. Puff puff, it's no use, it's barely budging. Suggestive, didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy.
It's like when you see a girl go on a motorcycle for the first time. She's like...
But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach
Nekomaru.
Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
Holy shit, she actually made
So,
a
he
decent
lifted the
deduction.
pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
I guess you're right.
I just noticed Peiko's picture has swords over it. But it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the Killing School Life was apparently ruled a suicide. That was Sakura. Huh? And Sakura's statue's in here too, which is weird. No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
So fucking
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Silver Surfer's surfboard.
Huh? For reals?
Remember that
Yes,
guy?
for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all.
For reals.
Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Sonya.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
The fuck? Alright. Sonya, here I go! Confirm, Sonya's the killer. Just kidding.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Oh, Connor. Good lord. Tipping over that pillar, is that really it?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Nope.
Damn it!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted,
Fragments.
beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl!
Hey, man.
I'm getting hella excited!
Totally left for like a minute there. That was crazy.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong! If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
But still really entertaining, Sonia. Good job. You go with your googly eye fucking bow.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already!
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter.
Fishnet, what are you talking about?
What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill!
I prefer knee highs
Well,
myself.
First of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
The wire.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Ham hocks.
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon. I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Oh boy.
I see.
Look at his face.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this. Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
Oh, you're talking about fishnets. I don't know. Maybe he has like a fish bondage room for the mermaids. So he actually has like a... You know what would be good, Eclipse? Make him like a fish tank, if you can. Maybe that's too much, but a fish tank with a mermaid in it that's tied up with nets and shit. That'd be kind of humorous. Maybe have like some seashells.
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
You think you're right about the room, Animal?
But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
Maybe it's a double tower.
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Hey, Sheik.
Not only does that make perfect sense,
Welcome
but
back.
Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Where the hell did she get the slang from? I don't get it. Who does slang in the group still? It must have been Sonia, or not Sonia, Akane. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too. I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts this. Was that the doorknob? Yep.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
So what happens when Akane tries to
We've already
think?
settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
I hope you feel better.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
Why is Fuyuhiko... Oh, Fuyuhiko's account. For some reason I was reading that as Fuyuhiko's accent.
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
It could be two different clues. I'm not sure which one it's gonna
In
be.
truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Yep, that's not it.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
That one should have worked. I guess it's one of the other
In
ones.
truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
What is that strange feeling in the tower, Clue? What is that? Okay. Did you stay up early like too, Sheik?
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are all...
Wait a second. Gotta be broken handle.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
How would I get out of this? 7 a.m., damn.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Shit, I'm in trouble. I don't know this one. What's the easiest way to dispel that? Okay, dude. Thanks for stopping by, man. Manimal. I'll see you again, dude. Have a good show.
Are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years.
Let's try. I got 2 ideas, so we'll try that one first.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
Nope.
Damn it!
In
I tried pillar earlier and that didn't work. Let me try that again.
are actually the exact same place.
Wow.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different. Damn it!
Okay.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower
Wall clock. I don't think wall clock has anything to do with it.
are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
What am I getting wrong?
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower
Regardless of whether you enter the tower from Grape Hall or Strawberry Hall. But there's no agreement, so there has to be a contradiction. So it can't be that.
are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
I wonder if that's when I'm supposed to break through and I was just reading that wrong the whole time.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape are actually the exact same place.
I don't get why that one doesn't work.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
I am legitimately stumped. I wonder if this is a translation thing. No. Welcome back again, Eclipse.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Bug it. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Why is that? Wow, I just like randomly shot some wow. Wow.
Those towers, are they really the same place?
Alright, time to floss.
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What the fuck?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean,
That's
doesn't
fine.
it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall,
How was your
his
shopping,
body was
Eclipse?
in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Let's see here. I'm saying Nekomaru killed himself. Linky and Arnold think it's Kazuichi. Manimal and Vanilla Bunny think it's Nagito. Eclipse didn't make a guess. Neither did... I guess Dragon's AFK, so... Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
What?
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down!
I get to duel the princess, nice.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower? But we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there's no bread, let them eat cake.
Oh boy, Marie Antoinette in the house. It should actually give them both swords with like a little dueling thing, that would be funny.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic rope, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Oops. That's an odd apple of assumption. There's no way I can understand what you're saying.
Crap!
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body. He could have moved it all, easy as pie. It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic robo-bit, the pillar, the body, everything that he could have moved it all, easy as pie.
Damn it!
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
God damn, I need a sharper sword. Holy shit.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. and Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
You can't move the oil stones.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime.
Allow me to cut through those words.
What are you drinking, bro?
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor. When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too.
My drank.
Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Unless you have a blow, I don't know.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
You do it again, Sonia.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
Agreed.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the E-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito.
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could he be talking about?
I see!
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete.
Tai Chi seems cool.
And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Mahito would be proud. Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
Are we in the middle of fucking Sherwood Forest or something?
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House. from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that should make sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in this picture?
Here!
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I wonder if the place just turns upside down.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo. Which means there are other contradictions contained in it. What doesn't make sense in this picture? I don't know. Shit. Trees.
Here!
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
Broken doorknob. Or the way he just walked through the walls, yeah. Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up, how did you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Oh god, is this gonna be the word game? Using the photo he took, I might answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. No! Where's that logic dive? Oh, thank god. Phew. Hate that fucking game. Oh shit, son. Jeez. Okay, and apparently I need to not go so fast. Question 1. Start. They exist. Apparently we're getting real cutesy. Question 2. How is the same building or 2 different buildings? Same building. Excuse me. Question 3. How are Strawberry House and Great House positioned? Vertically. That's what I'm guessing. Yep. Rainbow Road has been defeated, guys. That was my guess earlier. Hang off your arms on the swing. God, I hope the swing never breaks.
It's all coming together. Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There is only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House.
Oh, so you're the swing. Well, I still hope the swing doesn't break.
Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the 2 houses aren't 2 different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Yeah, he's already gotten a little worse. Oh god, I don't remember this. Let's see.
I see!
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located.
I remembered at the last second.
Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Yeah, Nagito.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the 2 houses were connected vertically.
Nagito basically, as a reward for completing the death room, he got a file that specified more stuff on some of the things, including Hajime, and according to him, Hajime has no talent, but he's also acting like a giant douche, so I think there's more behind it, and he's just being douchey, so we'll see. But apparently Hajime has no talent, according to him.
But what about the shape of the building? The 2 houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with 2 different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
I better save in case we have another big crash.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
You just been Kuma'd.
It's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Hey there,
What
Monokuma.
about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Because the floor lowers.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Hey Kayla, what's up?
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Make your arguments.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
I actually started the stream really tired. Like, I worked today, then I went back to sleep, I got up and I hadn't eaten, so... But I'm feeling better now, but now my stomach's like digesting food. So it's kind of weird.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed. Does that mean the killer prepared in advance? But is something like that even possible? Oh, what's up, Caleb? Hi. What you been up to? Yeah, Sheik. Food will definitely help you stop being sick, so... Tied in a loop. So the door's tipped over, the damage area of the pillars also stands. Oh, cool. Are you almost done with the 5 friendship bracelets?
Then hurry up, dumbass!
Monokuma file. Yeah, why would his arms be dismembered?
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
fair! You totally
Nice.
stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Broken doorknob. Hmm. So it's either the doorknob or something to do with the wires.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
I don't get it.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
It's a tipped over pillar. Yeah, it can't be a fake body because there's blood on both. Yeah, I think. Yeah, there's blood on both.
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Okay, that one doesn't work.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Okay.
No, that's wrong!
I knew it had to be one of those.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Which for some reason wasn't a clue.
When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Oh, betrayal.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
Wow.
I'm even more disappointed.
Oh, look at that face. Oh. Poor Kazuichi. Damn. That's harsh, man. That's harsh. That's harsh. I feel you, brother. I feel you, man. I feel you. That sucks.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
An elevator. What's up, Squillo? A device like that. A device that transports things to different floors in the same building. I feel like I've seen that before. Alright, let's do this. Oh no! No, 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 no. Alright, fuck this. I'm out of here. Nope. Taking a break. Fuck that. Taking a break. Fuck this garbage minigame. Oh my god. We survived Irma. Oh, nice. Alright guys, you know what it is. Your man Squillo's here, you know what time it is.
Help me, Leon! 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 Help me,
Okay, I'm done. This is Help Me Leon Sparta remix on YouTube. I always say this because literally just because Squillo was playing Resident Evil 4 a couple days ago, or like a week ago, so I've been, every time I show up to his chat, help me Leon! Leon! And then I don't know how he's with it, so now that I've done this, I'll probably stop. Alright, let's keep going. A device that moves things. Elevator. Oh my god, I actually know it. Wow. I love this game. I hate this game. Mega 64's merchant vid.
About an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Hold on, what'd you say? Improved Hangman's Gambit. Did the dubbers put in quotation marks to be sarcastic? Yeah, I don't know.
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator.
Thanks, Squilla. You the man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna shout out Squillo TV. He's been a big friend of the stream for, God, what's it been now, Squillo? 6 months? Maybe a little longer than that. I completely forget if I think I went to your channel first, Squillo, but I forget, you might have came to mine. Yeah, I don't remember. But he was playing Dead by Daylight, so I started watching that on his channel. Anyways, Squillo plays Dead by Daylight. Plays fun little puzzle horror games like Resident Evil. What else does Squillo play? I seen him playing Final Fantasy Tactics. That's a game I'm probably gonna stream next year. That's one of my favorites. I forget. Squillo streams lots of cool stuff. So fucking follow him, because he's fucking cool and he's fucking Brazilian. He has a sexy accent and he hates sushi. So if you hate sushi, like Staunch the Flow loves mermaids, you can fucking go to his channel and talk about that shit. He doesn't care. Alright, I'm done. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator.
So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall,
fuck sushi!
it all leads to the same room.
Slap that
right?
fish, motherfucker.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Yeah, I like sushi.
Mention it. Sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Hey, by the way, would you guys be interested if I streamed Resident Evil 4? It'd probably have to be next year at this point. I got so many games to play now, I'm probably done for most of the rest of the year.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator...
Hold on a second, I gotta do this. Now that you mention it. Sometimes I press the door button, it took a while to open. Okay.
Then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
Oh god, the regenerator, yeah.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
It's a cylinder, it fucking spins.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Dodge a rug.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
I forget what killed me the most in that game. I mean, besides the final boss, but that's just like, you gotta figure it out. I think that fucking fish boss killed me a lot, I do remember that. I'm trying to think what killed me the most in that game. It probably was that fish boss. Or you just have like a random bout of bad luck because you like snipe off someone's head and they turn into that tentacle thing. And then you just fucking chop your ass to death.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
Oh no, I remember what fucking did it. Okay, so I don't know if they fixed this, Squillo, or if you've even experienced this. Back in the day when I played Resident Evil 4, it was for the PC, and they never translated the controls. So when you would go to the control menu, it would have all the controls from the PlayStation, and it wouldn't have anything with the keyboard. So I actually died the most on the minecart because there was a bunch of buttons you were supposed to press, and I had no idea which fucking button it was because it didn't fucking explain it, and I didn't have internet at the time. So I was just sitting there like, is it G? Is it H? Is it F? So yeah, that shit actually killed me the most now that I remember it. So
When you see people and things, Make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
The good parts. What are the good parts, guys?
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Like how she just dismisses them. It's fine. The thing that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all moved within the elevator. The one thing all those have in common.
I see.
Alright, Squirrel, take care, dude.
Safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
Help me, Leon! Leon!
And
Leon!
And?
why did the
Leon!
picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about the elevator? Only the floor moves. There's no ceiling.
I see.
I thought we figured that out earlier.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was.
Shouldn't that be obvious?
That's why we saw different doors in each tower.
What is that emote,
Which means
Arnold?
on the first floor of Grape Tower,
Beer.
the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
Cheers, bro.
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
No
Swoon.
way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
Why'd she swoon?
By the way,
Must be because
what
she's
does the
tied
chain
up.
on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair the button, but... Seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as the chain is there. Where'd the chain even come from? You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building.
Congratulations to Agent Arnold.
If we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
For outfooing the nurse with
And
Kaikon.
using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building.
So the pillars of the body and the tarp. Contradiction. One complete vertical building.
The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Yeah, guys, so you know there's another command you could do, level up.
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Follow date, I think it is. Yeah.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
I see, now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Superposed for Sheik, even though she's out getting food. I agree, what does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be same in both houses. But if in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right, and when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left, how can I break through this contradiction? Please don't be a word game. Alright, good.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at
Alright, let me look at the contact elevator.
If the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Look at his face. It's like good, and so when you have matching arguments, it sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct?
If the two houses are
Alright, let me read some of the accounts. Compass needle spun 180 degrees while inside the contact. That's probably it.
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Shit. Okay.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
the elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
I didn't get the cool sound effect. What the fuck?
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses,
1.21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts.
it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
Alright, hold on. I'm not following that. This would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house. I gotcha, okay.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
Watch this, I'll get her attention. Butter's ass! What are you talking about, Eclipse? Okay. Now watch, within 15 seconds. Oh my, I can't believe I have to explain that now.
As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means. Thank God for the UFC.
I see!
If I recall,
It's a
an
sexagon.
octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
You know what's funny is Butters is probably sleeping and she heard that and she's like, Oh, Eclipse.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
The place befitting of the name Octagon, it's probably... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... No.
Crap!
I don't know, fuck. Doesn't make any sense, nothing here is shaped like an octagon.
Crap!
What?
Crap!
Alright, I'm not getting this. Oops. Shit, what is it?
Crap!
What the fuck? The fuck is shaped like an octagon here? I don't get it. Yeah. But nothing's shaped like an octagon. Okay, let me... Shit, I can't go back to the dialogue. I don't know.
Crap!
Shit, I'm gonna lose the case over this. Oh my god. What looks like a fucking octagon? And what am I missing? Because that's 6-sided, that's 4-sided, that's circular. Those are just hallways. It's not the ground, so what is it? I wonder if this is just a stupid clue. I think if I get it wrong one more time, the case is done. Let's save it. Can't. Okay. I don't know. The top part? It won't let me, like, rotate or anything. What the fuck is this? The part that would be considered an octagon. Is this some type of trick, Sheik? I don't get it. That would be an octagon. Is that the murder room or whatever? I don't know, how the fuck would I select the murder room? Oh, is it? Eh, fuck it, I'll look it up. Sounds stupid. I guess it's just another product of bad translation. The line between the houses. Let me just get an image just to make sure. I don't even see where it would be. Which line between the houses, though? Oh, like the vertical? Or even Strawberry House. This? The yellow thing right there? Is that it? Next to the elevator. Ah, fuck, I think I'm gonna get it wrong. Like here? The floor between the pink and green. Ah, fuck.
Crap!
This. See, that's the one bad part about this game, is they make stupid ass clues like this.
This is our end? We will never give up!
The floor between the pink and green. Oh, I think I see it. It's like this shit.
Here!
That's fucking stupid, dude. Are you kidding me?
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete.
What the fuck, dude? It's one of the worst things I've seen from this series.
Why is that place the Octagon?
It even surpasses that stupid minigame from yesterday's escape room.
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Here's a concept that we've never explained before and you've never seen before, but we're gonna explain it through blinking lights. What?
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges.
Yeah, that's
it
stupid.
becomes an 8-sided shape.
No, that's stupid. No, Chiaki, I'm sorry, that's stupid.
That's basically the gist of it.
Go play Pac-Man.
The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon. Learned? The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
What?
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
But who else was in that room? No one solved it before us. Unless it was that fucking Monami. Oh, that'd be funny. Monami is the killer.
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building.
Hey, Sketchy, what's up, man?
But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Welcome back. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon. What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that?
Hiya!
Why, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Good job, Eclipse. Then let me say right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monami is seriously stu fatly? That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stu fatly, huh? Tisk, tisk, tisk. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. That's the perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be. Ta-da! Stu fatly. Oh, there's a fat hidden in there.
Okay, everyone, all together now.
Yes.
Monami is a serious Stu Fatly.
I said good job, Eclipse. Stupid, fat, and ugly. Stu fatly. Stupid.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw!
Yeah.
Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
She just moves on.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is
Dude,
the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
that actually did happen to me, Sketchy. I forgot to save for a while and my computer shut down, so we had to replay like 40 minutes worth of trial. The battery reference.
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon?
Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
I get it, yeah.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Hey Dragon, what's up?
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know? If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
Max is 1,000 now too.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten down with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death, and also utilize the building structure. Falling? Crushed by the elevator.
Crap!
Shut up, Akane. You ain't doing nothing. What's up, Shadow? Okay, he had a wire tied on him, but could he really be crushed? Oh, he could, huh? Because they could have tied him on one side of the room. But then, how would he get to the regular part of the floor, unless the pillar was there? So, falling?
I see!
Yeah. Hold on.
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
Okay, here's the big death list, Shada. We got... I think Nekomaru killed himself. Linky and Arnold think it's Kazuichi. Manimal and Vanilla Bunny think it's Nagito, so...
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off?
We'll see how it
Where'd
goes.
they push him off from?
That, I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method.
I don't remember you guessing gun him, but I guess I'll put that down. I thought it was gun him originally, actually, before I investigated. It might still be, obviously. Excuse me.
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Yeah, he basically has an alibi, yeah. But so did Mikan in the last case, and that didn't mean shit, so...
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
No.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
That was actually really hard for me.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Nekomaru died from falling. Where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm gonna reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. Please not a word game, please not a word game, please not a word game, please not a word game. Alright, thank you.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Congratulations, Dragon's Castle and Linky, for successfully beating up the Kung Fu nurse.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
No, that's wrong!
Got it.
That That sensor should only work if something is moving.
I thought you said lung for a second, Sheik. I was like, holy shit.
Nekomaru wasn't moving inside. The elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
Unless Chiaki's up to some, we'll see.
I see. So that's how...
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to think it might be Gun him.
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Are we about to have a duel?
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from, yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
What the heck?
Now you're calling me a pest?
Oh, poor Kazuichi. A way to create a drop inside an elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? That'd be the wire / chain. Or the doorknob. It's a lot of clues.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That
Shut the fuck up, Sonya. Eclipse is all pissed.
The hammer is suspicious.
Nope.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
That didn't work. Alright, let me just let it play through.
if you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
They have two different wire clues here, so... Chain... Okay, so I'm thinking about the wire. Alright.
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that.
There we go. No one falls
Does
for...
the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, has there ever been a contradiction with Chiaki and Orange? I can't think of one. There might have been sometime, but I seriously can't think of one.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
That's funny.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
Oh, you know what? There was one time in Mikan's case where you had to wait till the end when Mikan was floating all the contradictions to her story, and you had to, what's it called? Like, memorize her statement, which was the killer's mistake, and use it on whichever one you thought. That's the closest thing I can get, though.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Maybe that's what that loud noise was, but people saw him alive after that noise was made.
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot, and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor.
Well, that's why I said it wasn't quite it, though, Shada.
With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
crazy.
Play as who? Oh, Chiaki. Eh.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
And the fucking pillar crashed on top of him too, dumbass.
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall?
Oh shit, is it really Soda?
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall. Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him up. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on Nekomaru? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside.
Ah shit, I'm out of swords. Fuck.
Damn it!
I need to get that sharper sword. I guess that'll be my next skill up.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Nope, that didn't work.
Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
That didn't work either.
Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Broken doorknob. Wire. It probably was a broken doorknob, but...
Nekomaru should have still been asleep. If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do... Now's the time.
Oh, I see what I was supposed to do.
You still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Hold on, thanks to Kazuichi, I figured out something. How the killer dropped Nekomaru.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take back, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Shit.
Damn it! Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push. It's possible that he...
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
There we
Allow
go.
me to cut through those words.
Just being impatient.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
Please, Kaz, don't tell me you killed him.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
A rice burn, dang.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Huh. It's a strong...
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Congratulations, Sada. Perfect
Was
rice.
that unexpected for the killer too?
That is no small victory.
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... in that case, I should use my full power. Whoa! With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But... clatter, 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 clatter. Heh. Not yet. Here it comes. The incredible strength of 1 million horsepower. Whoa! Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck here. If that's really what it was. Then the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see.
That's the clue.
So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
It doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. Yeah, because the pillar was already down somehow. The only thing I can think of that happened to him. Cola came out of his eyes! No. Collided with that pillar. Cola came out of his eyes.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
Shut up,
So
Akane.
that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
You're still an idiot, shut up.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Good.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
Because his thing got
How were
switched.
you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a crew to breaking through this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Towards the first floor of Strawberry House at 5 a.m. Crew dock.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest...
Alright, wall clock. Stop the alarm. Crew. I don't know. Maybe I meant clue, and I'm just being retarded. So.
Was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
Contact elevator. Ooh, it's a queue.
His time of death and the time the body was discovered.
Clock's alarm timer.
One of those must be an illusion.
Radio clock. Automatically.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
For 7. Break through this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
Which one could it be? Can't be tampered with. It must be that. Okay.
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Neko was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some... They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, that's wrong.
Got it.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Unless it's a different clock. Oh.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
I hope it's not Cass.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding.
I think this guy.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Oh, bro, you don't have to talk. It's fine. Perfect rice is perfect rice. Oh, never mind. You're assembling furniture? Wow, not talking. Wow. The time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think if I... Oh, no. Fuck. We'll find the answer to that mystery. Oh, God. Oh, it's Logic Dive, thank God. It's not that fucking horrible. Improved Hangman's garbage. Never been so... Oh, shit. Never been so happy to see this. Time of the building. Alright, the murder happened. The time in the building. Alright. Let's be risky, guys. Woo! Woo! Skate or die. Remember that game? The bees, man, the bees. Pushed into which clock was tampered with? The building's clocks. Okay, the building's clocks. Yeah, I remember that. I got owned at that fucking game, though. I would get wrecked. Oh shit, I went too fast. God damn it. House has the wrong time. Have to be both houses, right? Rainbow Road.
It's all coming together.
It's probably my favorite game out of all the games in this one.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
Shit, it is Cass. Fuck.
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
Unless Mechamaru did it?
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right, that's the main problem. I need to clarify about how much the time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. It's definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. Oh my god, not the word game, not the word game, not the word game. Yes. Okay. It's probably Fuyuhiko's account. Let me see what Akane's was. $5 a.m. A rumbling noise at 5:30. Maybe that's it. It might be Akane's actually.
Then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when you fell.
I agree with that.
Damn, we're good, guys. We did it, fam.
That's right.
Your tip's
You should have
normal.
heard the sound he made when he fell.
Thanks to Chiaki's
Isn't it that
voice.
rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep.
An earthquake
Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
on an island. There would have been a tidal wave.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
That's what I just said, didn't I?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
Oh, tidal wave, whatever.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
Same thing.
There's nothing to worry about.
Tsunami's
What's
cooler.
important is that rumbling noise anyway.
Oh my god, Soda, you need to find a new lady. I know it's hard because all the good ladies are pretty much gone, but... Hunger pangs.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I think Sonia was in one of the luxury rooms. I don't know if Chiaki heard it either. She was in the other one.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
If that rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30, it's like the answer to how much our time was off, literally right in front of our eyes.
I see!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru.
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to lure out only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is... Message, massage time. Clock's alarm. Nope.
Damn it!
Let's see. I don't remember massage time, so it has to be Monokuma Tai Chi, right?
I see!
Yeah.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they messed with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Huh.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Jeez. How outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's... well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Here, watch yourself,
Let's just
Monami.
ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Nah, Sonya was
Talking
in.
about that alarm?
Oh wait, you're right. Yeah.
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
You.
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
It's whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? Well, technically, it's him.
You're the only one!
But I doubt it's him, though.
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy.
I doubt it, Linky.
You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
Watch, it's gonna end up being one of the hamsters.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
He couldn't.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Looks like the theory's proven.
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but... It wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
Yeah, he stopped with the Hope stuff ever
Still
since
don't know.
the death room or whatever.
Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Nagito, Sonya, and Chiaki. The secret what these three have in common. They're all in the deluxe rooms. Oh, what the fuck? No. Deluxe rooms, hopefully. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Damn it. Where be the fucking D? There you go. Who's looking for the D? No. Damn it.
I got it.
Yeah, right.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the creamy room has severe airflow and draft problems. Well, then Sonia should have... Oh, she did hear it.
The reason
That's
we
right.
could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation.
Wow.
You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve course student
How
talent?
about I shove my ultimate fist up your ass?
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Oh, they're gonna make me guess. I don't actually know. Gun him. Okay. Shit, it's not letting me put. What would a soundproof room have to do with that? Okay, Sonia's in a room, Chiaki's in a room, and Idiot Man's in the room. Well, what does that have to do with everyone else? Sonia, Chiaki. That shit makes no sense. Alright, let's just go. Sonia? Sonia doesn't have the skills to do all that shit. Yep. Well, whatever. I'll just go with who everyone suspects right now. Wow, it's not him, huh? Well, the only other person left then. No? They're not gonna say Chiaki, right? Wait, if someone can't hear, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? So, yeah. It can't be Chiaki. Alright, let me try, what's his face? Gun him.
You're the only one!
Wow.
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When your alarm
Oh.
rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I forgot about
The
that.
bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night. It is the universe's providence to stop it.
Yeah, I didn't remember.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it,
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? This raucous, it's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld bellowing for his sacrifice. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly. Yeah, you know, one of the main reasons I forgot, it was yesterday, so I forgot everyone that was in the deluxe rooms on the guy's side. Because all the guy, or excuse me, the one guy was, Hajime was in the other room with all the, or the other house with all the girls. So I completely forgot about that assignment chart. And then an entire day passed, so you know how it goes.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but
Hey, you were there too, dumbass.
How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Oh, that should make sense now, because Sonya always had a crush on the occult, so of course she would be attracted to Gun-Him other than Soda. I've lost all respect for Sonya. The bad boy mentality.
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
Good try, Gun-Him.
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
I wonder.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway.
I don't know if we could trust Nagito.
So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Don't do it.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean a class trial is just the opening act?
Alright, let me save it.
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce.
Well, guys,
just a boring farce.
Gotta go to the bathroom.
So boring, so stressful.
Oh shit, our roommate died.
So painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Good.
Seriously.
Good.
Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
You already got mouth ulcers, you
Nagito,
fuck.
Something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on. We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
Silence, fangirl.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
One of the Devas did it.
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
That's a fair point.
See, the contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means humans, your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
It's fucking hamsters, dude. That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Actually, there is, but okay. Sure.
That elevator was...
Fuyuhiko's account! Alright, walk to 5 a.m. Okay.
the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
It was apparently broken on the Grape House side, so the last person to use it would have arrived at Grape House.
Since I was at Strawberry House at the
Radio clock.
There's no question that the following crime is impossible.
Broken doorknob. Nah, that doesn't do anything.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Accomplice.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Clock's alarm timer. The clock's alarm timer. There's no contradiction, I can't shoot there.
That elevator was...
I wonder if this is one where I got to,
the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
It's broken at Grape House. Elevator's only mean of travel. Okay.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
What the fuck could it be? Contact elevator used was to move between both houses was broken, no longer work. Broke on Grape House side. Last person would have to arrive at Grape House. Nah, I'm good. I try to solve these by myself unless there's like some type of translation error or something like that.
That elevator was...
Clock's a lock timer. It's an alarm clock to rediscover from sleep mode.
The only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
It was a button that was broken. Or the safety, whatever.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was...
Oh, wait, okay, so... Assume he went there from the strawberry side. Then the trap was sprung. He got hanged in sleep mode. And... the elevator went down. Then the elevator would be accessible from Grape House. Only if everything was broken, as they say. And the elevator, or excuse me, the tower, only accessible from Grape House. The other elevator was broken at Grape House. So what if he went to Grape House, somehow snuck behind Nekomaru, got his fucking button, because Nekomaru went for the thing. But how would Nekomaru get there? It would open up from Strawberry House. Unless one of the fucking hamsters went in after him. So if it opens up from Strawberry House... yeah, the killer would have to be there to trap him. So he had to be at Strawberry House. Alright, let me read some of the clues again. Going towards the first floor of Strawberry House at 5 AM, okay.
There's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me?
Hey, what if the accomplice was the alarm? No.
Why don't we stop this already?
Wall clock. I don't think wall clock matters. Elevator. I wonder if I'm supposed to suck one of the other clues. That might be it. I'll try for that.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Broken accomplice. Okay, accomplice has to be an agree statement, so that's wrong. Or not wrong, but not...
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Contact elevator. Okay, let me try something else.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
Why doesn't that work?
As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
It was broken before?
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Radio clock. It's not radio clock. Doorknob. Nah.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
See? Okay. That's dumb.
As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was...
Sada, I know it's hard to watch me struggle through it, but I try to do it legit, so... That's all.
broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Okay, maybe it's not the bullets. Alright, I'll just start taking guesses, fuck it.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
Good night, button.
As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was... broken at Grape House.
if the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
There is, but only Nagito can do it.
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Oh, I thought that might be it.
Damn it!
So I'm thinking the hamsters fucking did it.
The only means of travel between the two houses.
Damn it!
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. That elevator was
No, you can't copy blue statements.
the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was... broken.
Broken at Grape House. Could that be it? Ah.
Damn it!
That elevator was
Clock's alarm timer would have... I don't think that has anything to do with it. Radio clock, no.
the only
Broken doorknob. I'll try that. Wait, I think I tried that already. Yeah.
that elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken,
Well, even if there was, none of the clues they have made it. Like, if it was like Nagito's explanation or something, but Nagito never said how he traveled between the two houses.
your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was... broken at Grape House.
I think that's wrong somehow, but I'm not sure how to counteract that.
if the killer cannot
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
A broken doorknob on that would work. Alright, fine, just give me a hint. Like, don't tell me the actual answer, though. Do I have to take one of the statements and make it? Or is it something in the clues?
That elevator was...
This will probably be the last attempt. I have to copy one. Fuck, I knew it. Shit, I should have did that the whole time.
The only means...
Only means of travel. But it's broken, okay.
As long as that elevator...
Maybe the hamsters fucking broke it.
Your assumption collapses!
Plus, the elevator was... broken at
Broken at Grape House. Who would break it on Grape House? Because Nagito didn't kill himself at Grape... or excuse me. Kaze... well, whatever. He didn't break it at Grape House. He broke it at... or he didn't die at Grape House. He died at Strawberry House. So he couldn't have done it himself. So if it was broken at Grape House... I don't know.
If the
Oh my god. Yeah, there it goes.
We will never give up.
Shit. Secret passage.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
if the killer cannot return to Strawberry House.
Since I was at Strawberry, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between the two.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, that's dumb. Yeah, well.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method? You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show off. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
Komita still sucks.
After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they use that secret passage, They could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame! However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
Bad argument, Gundam.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
Is this a word game?
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I thought we were gonna have the disco game. Wire. Radio clock.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Vile deities.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown them, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light! Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
I totally can't even see what the damn clue is. It goes by so fast.
Know the limits of your own reasoning.
Wire.
You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind
Allow me to cut through those words!
Shit.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Hamsters.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
Okay.
That's the case. They obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
You say Infinity Unlimited Flame.
This is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Gun him. At least kill him and you go down.
Hey! What are you...
Flame his ass.
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
Mikan still makes me sad.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It's true in your case, Akane. So.
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
Kill Nagito.
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
And Nagito.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Kill Nagito.
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
Stupid hamsters.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion.
Illusion.
If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
I have to admit, I'm gonna miss that pose if he is the killer. Yeah, good times.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you don't really want to admit it. Then just as you requested, I will provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. We're doing this.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you!
David.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end!
Really? Nekomaru lost to hamsters after being so powerful? Oh my god.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck.
Phenomenal cosmic power!
As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you!
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
I got you, bro. Besides, we all know that Carpet's the real hero of that movie, so... If you don't believe me, go check out Agent Arnold's video. Emissary of Evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come for you to lend me your aid. Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. Ah, press the button. Truly, this is the Skyline Lamentation art of the Demon Mouse. Soon the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mechamaru and press the button on the back